why do you think I couldn't quite get there on the Giants over the 3.5 team total? Why could I not get there as a client play?
Wow, what a awkward return to the program here, Andy, after a week off. I'm very happy to be back last week because I think not being able to make the spot last week gave me some negative juju. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But why I'm guessing you did not want to make it the Giants team total over 3.5 part of your official client card is, well, the Giants offense at home typically is not very good. Now, we all know historically Oracle Park has been friendly to the pitchers, right? It is what we call a pitcher's park. This year, it's been kind of even more pitcher friendly than normal, and no team knows that better than the Giants themselves. Second lowest scoring home team in all of baseball this season, Andy, just 3.63 runs per game. Now, that is 3.63. You don't need to be a math major to know that it's higher than 3.5. So, look, there's a chance Andy's team total could be right, and what I'm about to give you could be right as well. You mentioned the bad offense for the Giants over the weekend. Sunday, they were shut out by the Nationals, and this is really damning here. They were shut out by a Nationals team that has the highest bullpen ERA in all of baseball, 5.88, and was starting Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore came into that game in horrible form. This is an even tougher matchup against the Padres, which I'm sure you had to note there, Andy. They have the number one bullpen ERA in all of baseball. I agree. Darvish isn't great, although he has allowed just 5 hits in his last 2 starts. The silver lining for San Francisco, and perhaps this is why maybe Andy's team total and the full game under, which is what I am endorsing here in case you haven't figured that out, may both hit. Logan Webb starting for the Giants tonight. And they talk about bullpens. I mentioned Padres number 1 in bullpen ERA. Well, the Giants are number 2. So we've got the 2 top bullpens in all of baseball. Handicapping bullpens, as you know, Andy, has become more and more important each and every year in Major League Baseball. Webb, he's pitched traditionally much better at home, comes off back-to-back dominant starts against the Pirates, who I know you noted a few moments ago are the weakest lineup in baseball. But Webb, 21 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings pitched in those 2 starts against the Pirates. I like it. He allowed just 2 runs. San Diego, only 23rd in runs per game overall, guys, and they average fewer than 4 on the road. To sum it all up, all signs point to the under 7 on this one. I think that is in line. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. I was just joining, as mentioning it with Gianni, that Sharps jumped on the under. I put the free play under 7.5 on my page. People could check that out, WT.BuzzBP. But I would still play it at 7 just for a smaller amount.
Yeah, just so we're clear, Brian got assigned the Padres and the Giants, and I thought that was a good segue. So, yeah, you like the under, and, yeah, you're 100% right. I had a bunch of things, like, going in my favor that I liked it, and I was like, I can't play this Giants team at home. They go over on the road every time, and then they come home, and it's like they're holding the bats the opposite way. Like
look, on the Power 5
barrels?
On the Power 5 yesterday, Andy, I endorsed the full game over with them and the Nationals, thinking, hey, because the Nats are a top 10 team in scoring on the road. And I was like, well, Giants are facing Gore and this hideous bullpen. All we needed was 1 run to send that game over. Instead, it was a push at 8. The Nats scored all. If you would have told me going into that game, Nats are going to score 8 runs, BP, I'd say, well, we're going to be dancing in the streets with an easy over, I do believe. Well, guess what? We were not, because the Giants forgot to score. But, hey, just because maybe we're looking at things a little different doesn't mean Andy and I can't both be right on this game, folks. Giants could win it 4-2, and we're both winners.
Easy. All right, Brian Power, tell everyone what you have up for clients on this Monday.
Yeah, so you have until tomorrow to get on board this special offer. We're doing 30 days for $199. I think it's a great deal. We have not had a losing record in any month this year, Andy. Now, August, I alluded to this earlier, August is off to not the start that I was hoping for. It was actually just a bad weekend, culminating yesterday. Still, I'm in kind of a bad mood, Andy. I mean, I may not have shown it. I always try to put a smile on my face when I come on the program, but a little bit of a bad mood from yesterday. I had the Mets as a 4% play. They were up 5-0 on the Brewers. The Mets did not win that game. They lost in walk-off fashion. I don't know what voodoo the Brewers have under their caps, but tip your cap to them. They're doing well. But despite the kind of rough weekend here, we have not had a losing record any month this year, and we're going to try to. That means it's a great time to get on board because I've lost a couple days. I'm just 1-4 the last 3 days, so great time to get on board. We bounce back 30 days for $199. Not only does that get you baseball, it's not just baseball. Get you the start of college football, the Blitz, by the way, coming up in 10 days. The Blitz will be making its debut here on Wager Talk TV live every Thursday at 1 p.m. So you're going to get all my college football to start the season, all my the first week of NFL, regular seasons included, and European soccer starts this weekend. I know you were talking a little bit soccer a few moments ago. La Liga and the EPL get going this weekend. Very excited about that. Nobody's been more profitable betting soccer than me going back to April of 2024, up 61.6 units on the pitch.